Fictional ideas, in spite of logic, always leave impacts in us. In fact, such imaginative ideas sparked revolutionary inventions throughout history. Now, in the 21st century, these sort of interesting ideas are more astonishing and impactful than they ever had been. The Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero Iron Man was played by Robert Downey Junior. Since the first appearance of this character on the big screens, engineering enthusiasts were so excited about building an Iron Man suit. After more than a decade, we are still working on this fictionally inspired technology. No doubt that scientists and inventors are making their progress in achieving this idea. Many have tried building it from scratch. Recently, in the Discovery Channel documentary show Savage Builds, Adam Savage was aided with a high-tech 3D printer to build the exoskeleton of the Iron Man Mark I suit. What set the screens on fire was that he managed to demonstrate flying in the suit using jet engines inbuilt with his hands. Despite how excitingly positive and interesting things have been about the Iron Man suit lately, we still are not sure if we can achieve it now or even in the future. To understand this better, we are going to break down the features of the Iron Man suit, comparing them with our existing technology. Seeing that the nanotech suit is way too advanced, let's take the Iron Man Mark III suit from the 2008 pilot film. Robusticity of the Iron Man suit is extremely high. The suit was strong enough to withstand a typical missile ending with only a dent. As we know, it can easily deflect bullets, although they still leave some marks. Coming to reality, metals on Earth do have the capability to achieve this sort of strength, provided that sufficient amount of layering is done. After a point, these metal layers obviously have to be replaced, which will definitely cost bombs. Yet, that does not fall into the impossible category, as we have leading billionaires to fund these projects. Well, this may seem problem-free, at least for now. Now, as we have 3D printers, designing and building the exoskeleton will be a child's play, of course, with appropriate expertise. But there is a very big issue to be solved in the designing part of the suit. The Iron Man suit is well known for its flight functionality. In reality, the design of this suit that we are building have to correspond with the basic concepts of a flight. When you fly, especially at such great heights at a high velocity, the exoskeleton must be able to withstand the intense pressure and its changes. When human body is exposed to these changes, it will be affected biologically, causing some of us to even faint. So, the suit must have almost no air holes to make sure the pressure inside the suit is always constant. This can be done by saying that we close all the loopholes in the suit. But this means we have to carry an oxygen tank attached to the suit. This will give us enough oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide in the suit. To be honest, this is not new, as we have been using this system in astronaut suits. The only thing is that they feel weightless in space, but back here, there is a serious amount of gravitational force acting on the suits. Before we could go any further, head on to our channel to find more interesting videos. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our videos. As mentioned earlier, we have modified the Iron Man suit to go by its ideal functions in the real world. However, the actual issue is just starting. Let's recall everything we added to the suit. Thick layer of metal, completely closed armor with hinges for easy movement, and oxygen tank with a man to wear the suit. Can you imagine how heavy this one suit is going to be? Definitely too much of weight than we expected, right? This also pushes us to make sure not too much of weight is laid on the person inside the suit, as it can literally collapse his backbone. With every movement the person does, let alone flying, there must be power provided to aid the movement. This concept was challenged with an exoskeleton vest developed to lift weight without taking the muscle strength of the person wearing it. But those vests are surely not enough to bear this much of weight in the suit. For flight movement, we must be having very strong engines and turbines to provide the sufficient thrust. Hence, we come to a conclusion that we will need high amount of power to prepare the suit for smooth movement and flight in the first place. To generate power, we need fuel. If we want our designed suits to sustain long hours of function, we have to provide enough pre-packed energy. However, this is not reasonable, as giving too much of fuel will add up to the weight. But it's quite dangerous to limit the fuel as well, because we don't know how much of energy will be needed. The solution we can give to this problem is using a self-sustaining power generator. In the movies, Tony Stark has an arc reactor in his chest, which will be sustaining the power needed by the suit. Well, the best thing we can do to replace this function is by fitting a generator to the suit. In this case, the generator must work at high efficiency and fit in the suit, which means it has to produce enough energy from small amount of fuel instantly without wasting. This may sound crazy, but it's still the only one that I could think of. We have to use nuclear power by having very small fusion reactors in which the emitted radioactive rays have to be contained. Undeniably, this technology is way ahead of our time. Hey, if you think there is a better alternative to power the suit, do let us know in the comment section below. It will be great to know what you think. We have almost covered all the important features of the Iron Man suit. The last one we have to ponder about is the system and the function of the suit itself. As we know from the Iron Man movie, Jarvis, an artificial intelligence system, handles the functions of the suit. This idea is seriously insane that we have no clue if it will ever exist in the future. But on the bright side, we can match Jarvis with some intense computer programming. The more important feature is how Tony Stark handles the functions of the suit. He doesn't hit the brake to stop flying. He gives no command, but the face shield closes by itself. It all teased he has been using some sort of neuro command all this time. He thinks of it, the suit does it. Seriously, we can't be clicking every function when in a suit like this. Well, this leads to the most demanding breakthrough. A way for human minds to interface with computer commands. The ideal Iron Man suit, to be extremely honest, disobeys many basic laws of physics like inertia. We assume the suit manages to adjust itself according to the situation in the movies. We can be inspired by this idea, but the real-life Iron Man suit has to be designed to fit the practical situation as well. Without a doubt, building an Iron Man suit is definitely possible at one point in the future. We just have to know that it will and has to be a lot more different than we have seen in the movies. That's all for now, folks. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Stay tuned with Quantum Vimana.